Welcome and welcome back to Laura's Design Studio. We are doing an experiment today. Well, kind of an experiment. Here's what's going on. When I was looking through resins, I mentioned this in another video, I came across something that was specifically called jewelry epoxy resin, right? And so I was like, is it really different? So I looked it up, and it seems that there is a difference in regular epoxy and jewelry epoxy as far as the way it's made. So the one brand, because I went through looking at I did one of the best jewelry epoxy, in Google, where they have all the reviews and they come up like that. So the #1 brand for jewelry epoxy is Fran at Little Windows. She came up on numerous sites that I found. I don't have any Little Windows. I am going to order some little windows, and we'll do that experiment, later. But the one that I found on Amazon is this one. This is what it looks like. And you'll notice that these jewelry epoxies don't come in I think there's one size bigger than this. And this one is, I think it's Suzanne, but it's S-U-Z-Z-A-M, Suzanne. And this is a 1-to-1. Now, Fran's is not a 1-to-1. Hers is either a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1. I can't remember, but so we are going to put it up against, I was going to do Bond Crafter, but I'm out of Bond Crafter, so I have TEEXPERT. So we're going to put it up, and what I did was, we're doing a complete control here. These are 2 brand new cups. Nothing's ever been in them. 2 brand new stir sticks. And this is a brand new mold. I just took it out of the package. So it seems to be the same as far as, preparation and all that stuff. I'm trying to figure out if they say a work time, because in everything that I read with Google, the work time on these is longer than the work time on regular epoxy. So I'm trying to find if they actually say a work time. Okay, molding time is 8 hours, full cure 24 to 48 hours, which doesn't sound any different than most. And I don't, this one does not show a work time. Not in there. Let me see down here real quick. Work time, 40 minutes, which I think is about standard for others also. So I marked the cups, TEEXPERT, S for Suzanne's. We're going to have a Posca pin, and we're going to make sure that we mark them as to what they are. So I'm just going to put T's and S's here. Do D, S. Let's see some other shapes. T, S. We can do T, S. Let's do the cabochons. T, S. We'll start there. So first I'm just going to pour clear. We're going to do that, and then I will just do alcohol inks after that. So this has been stirred up. It's been sitting here for a few minutes. So here is TEEXPERT. As far as debubbling, they look about the same. Okay, so then we'll just do ChangtikeJI. This was definitely an inquiring minds want to know. And like I said, I am going to order some of Fran's Brilliance, and then I'll redo this experiment. Some color in it. Somehow my yellow has some green in it. I don't know. See? say I need another drop in this one. So let me know, guys. Does anybody buy jewelry resin opposed to regular epoxy resin? I'd like to know. Might as well put some color in this one. I just thought it was interesting. Can we really see a difference? G. There's some purple. G. So tell me, does anybody see any difference currently? Trying to be fair, make sure they're filled the same. Let's see. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen. Is there going to be no difference? Okay. getting there. Here's a mold. I wonder, let's try something in this mold, and I'll just, this one's a brand new mold also. I need a little brush. See this. Out of that one. That looks better. What else do I have over here? This one is also a brand new mold. I just opened all these before it came on. Do a T and an S. do this on both of these. Go for a minute. That's about even. Looks like it. Okay guys, we'll be back when it's time to demold and we'll see, is there a difference between regular epoxy resin and specifically designed for jewelry epoxy resin. Talk to you soon. Welcome back. Let's see how this experiment did. I will say one thing before we pull these. The last pour that I made, which was off camera, it was this one right here. And I'm gonna see if you can see it in here. But what happened was, this one ended up getting some of both. Because I didn't have enough for one and I had just a little bit of both left in the cup. And the only thing I can say is when I finally poured this last one, I have to say that the jewelry resin, this Suzanne, was clearer than the TEEXPERT. Now, up until that point, everything looked pretty much the same. But I will say that that did happen. Now, can we see it in the final cure of this? Let me get this excess off here. I am gonna say no, you can't see a difference right here. Hang on, this part's bugging me. Okay, well, okay for now. I'll go at it later. Ugh, it's sticking to me. But I don't see any difference. I mean, they mixed well. There's no bubbles. So I will say there's not a difference in the final cure. Now, let's do the side-by-sides. No, here's our control. So that one is TEEXPERT. This one is TEEXPERT. This one is the jewelry resin. Now let me see this. Very clear, and it's got 3 little bubbles on that side. So this is the TEEXPERT, and they're inside. They're not, the bubbles are inside the piece, not on the outside. This is the Suzanne. This one has a few more bubbles than the TEEXPERT, but I think it's the same clarity. I don't see much of a difference in the two. Let me put them side by side here. Get that out of the way. This one is the Suzanne. This one is the TEEXPERT. Okay, so Suzanne, TEEXPERT. I would say that there isn't much difference between the two. Let's check when we put color to them. These are all alcohol inks. TEEXPERT, Suzanne. If I can get it out. Okay, TEEXPERT, Suzanne. TEEXPERT is clear. I don't even see a bubble in that one. Inside. Suzanne, no bubbles inside. Looks about the same clarity. Let's put them side by side. Suzanne, TEEXPERT. So Suzanne, TEEXPERT. I'm not sure you can tell any difference. If you guys see a difference, please note it in the description box. Please note it in the comment section. All right, Suzanne, TEEXPERT. Here's TEEXPERT. Here's Suzanne. This one is Suzanne. TEEXPERT, Suzanne. TEEXPERT, I'm not seeing bubbles in it at all. Suzanne, same thing. No bubbles. I think they look the same. You guys are going to have to tell me if you see a difference. Suzanne, TEEXPERT. So TEEXPERT, Suzanne. TEEXPERT, no bubbles. No bubbles in the TEEXPERT. Also no bubbles in the Suzanne. I don't know, guys. I'm not seeing a difference. Now, like I said, Fran from Little Windows, her resin came out the best. This one is TEEXPERT. This one is Suzanne. Her Brilliance resin has very high reviews, higher than even the Suzanne did. Now, there's those two together. This one's a TEEXPERT. It does have some bubbles in there that you can see. The Suzanne, let me see. It has like 2 that I can see with my eye. And I will say that TEEXPERT has a few more right along this edge here. Now again, they're inside the piece. They're not on the outside. There's no bubbles on the outside of these, either one. Okay, that was Suzanne. This is TEEXPERT. TEEXPERT Suzanne. No bubbles. Oh yeah, no, wait, there are. If you look on the side, you can see little bubbles there. And that is Suzanne. The TEEXPERT one, same thing, has bubbles running along the side. Right there, right across there. Still on the inside, not on the outside at all. So I don't think, as far as these two are concerned, this one's TEEXPERT. And it looks good. TEEXPERT. You see Suzanne. Same. I mean, I could put these pairs together and make them earrings and nobody could tell the difference. TEEXPERT. Suzanne. TEEXPERT Suzanne. And both of those look the same. I don't see any bubbles on the insides. Can't hold on to them. Yeah, they're equal. I am not convinced that this jewelry resin, at least, is any different than your regular epoxy. This one you can see bubbles inside, but you can also see them in this one. So it really seems like whatever one did, the other one did too. I just don't, I am not seeing a difference. But like I said, we are going to get, I'm going to get some Brilliance from Little Windows and test hers against TEEXPERT or Bond Crafter, whatever I have. I have Bond Crafter, but it was a 4-hour cure. Those look the same like bubbles inside. This one with the red. And then this one looks the same. Suzanne, TEEXPERT. gonna just Shazam. This was the one I put 3 colors in. So they blended differently, but that's typical of alcohol inks. This one has way more purple. This one has way more blue. But you saw I put the same amount of drops in. So the Shazam had the more purple color in it, and the TEEXPERT had the blue color that stood out more. These two, obviously, they're not a really good match. I mean, they are the same colors, but ideally you would want this one to show more blue. But Shazam, TEEXPERT. I'm gonna say the bubbles on the inside are the same. Shazam, TEEXPERT. Guys, they look the same. Now let's see about these. That's it. Just spilled all my decorations from my pumpkin. Follow me for the 31 days of Halloween because it's getting good. We are coming up on some good stuff. Here's the one where I just threw in the mica powder and it's overpoured, but that's, so this one was TEEXPERT, this one was Shazam. But again, these came out really nice. I mean, they have good clarity in the clear parts. The last thing we did was I brushed on the mica powder. TEEXPERT. Shazam. Again. No. No. Okay, so my conclusion, tell me if you think any different. My conclusion is there isn't a difference at this point. Not against TEEXPERT at least. And not, you know, with this resin, which came up under jewelry resin. So, yeah. It says it's high gloss. It's no more high gloss than TEEXPERT is. Like I said, I will be getting some of Fran's Brilliance, and we're going to run that up against another regular epoxy, and we're going to see how that one turns out. But for this experiment, I would say no difference. Alright guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things, hit that black bell so you know the next time I upload a video. And don't forget about all of the coupon codes in the description box. They are there for you to save money. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.